All right, welcome. We are live again today for our introduction to our math lesson. We are going to be looking at our Go Math book 5.2, but we're not opening our books yet. We are going to open our journal to do the warm-up activity that is on the board. So go ahead, open up your journal. Today's date, which is in what?
Numbers.
Because it is math. Yes. And we're going to talk about this, starting with our I can. So I can access my previous learning for understanding, right? And prepare for an assessment, which is coming in, what, like 2 weeks, right? So we want to make sure we're ready for both addition and subtraction. So let's take a look at the story. Jalen collected 27 white rocks. He collected 65 brown rocks. How many rocks did Jalen collect? So we're going to use our cube strategy first, which says we, what? Yep, circle the numbers, which I started to do. I circled in different colors. 27 white rocks, 65 brown rocks. Does it matter what kind of rocks, really? No. Why? We want to find out how many he collected. And yes, in the end, I like that word used, sum. We're trying to find the sum, which means we're going to do what? No, not take away. No subtraction. If we're looking for a sum, because he collected 27, this is 2 simple sentences. They could have put a conjunction and said, and he collected 65. And then if that word and was in there, that would be a key word. What are we going to do? Yes, ma'am, we're going to add. So I want you to think back to your strategies. And I already wrote down some of the strategies our classmates have talked about. We have up and down math, which is what we call what? Tower power. We also have an open number line we can use. And we have quick picks. So we're going to do all of those right now. Okay, we're going to start off with up and down math, writing the numbers. 27. So as I write, you're also writing in your journal, right? 27 plus 65. This is in my up and down math, right? My tower power stacked by TO, tens, ones. What's the first thing I need to do?
Count the ones.
Add the ones, right? Not necessarily count them, but add them. Well, if I'm going to add them using an open number line, how would I do that? How would I do that? How would I do that? I'm going to start where? Well, no, I'm starting at the ones. 7 and 5 are my digits in the ones column. So I'm going to jump and I'm going to have, this is 7, right? And then I'm going to jump 5 more. If I jump 5 more, what do I get?
12.
I get 12. Okay. So that would be my open number line. I can make my jumps. 7 plus 5 equals 12. So that means this is a 2 in the ones place. And I put my 1 in the tens place. Higher there, right? Okay. So how would I add? How many tens do I have? Don't think about the new 10 I just made. Think about the 2 digits that were originally in the tens place in 27 and 65. I'm going to change my color as we do this. How many tens did I have?
8.
That's not what I asked. I didn't ask for the answer. I said, how many tens here do I have? 2 tens and... Okay. The answer isn't as important as trying to figure it out. That's what's important, that we know how to figure this out. So if I'm doing an open number line again, I'm going to go ahead and jump here and just say I'm going to jump 10, right? And then I'm going to jump 60. And then I'm going to jump 10 more. Who can tell me why I did it like that? For me, it's faster because I can count easily by tens a lot faster. If I go 10 plus 60, that means I have what? 70. And if I jump 10 more, then I have 80. So now I'm going to look at my 12 and my 80. And what do I have?
92.
Yes, sir. 92. Excellent job. The answer is 92 what? 92 rocks. So the third strategy I had, up and down math here, stack, tower, power. 7 plus 5 is 12. 2 ones and 1 10. 6 tens plus 2 tens plus 1 10 is 9 tens. So 92 rocks. So I have two strategies I've used so far. I have an open number line. I have tower power, up and down math. But what about drawing a quick pick?
Yeah.
Let's go. 27, how many tens?
2.
2 tens. How many ones?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 65, how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many ones?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step 1 is what? Add the 1. So I have 7 here. How many more do I need to make a 10?
3.
3. So I'm going to get these 3 over here. I'm going to group them. And then I'm going to X them. Why am I Xing them out? There you go. And I'm going to make that 10 over here. Now how many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 10s. And how many ones do I have? 2. So the important thing is not getting the answer as much as it is how we get the answer, right? I mean, it's important to get the correct answer, but I want to make sure you know how to. So we did 3 different ways and got the same answer all 3 times. So the important thing is that you find the way that works best for you. If you're still drawing models, that's fine. Just don't forget to regroup them. If you're making open number lines, that's fine. Make sure that you're counting on. Or maybe you're ready for tower power. Then do tower power. Okay? All right, so we're done warming up. Everybody's journal looks good? Everybody remembers how to add 2-digit numbers?
Yes.
Okay, so let's look. All right, so now we're going to begin what today's lesson was in class. The rest of this video will be discussing how we can answer our essential question, how does breaking apart a number make it easier to subtract? So follow along with our lesson from today. Ooh, what are we doing here? Subtraction. Who remembers those fancy words connected to subtraction? Yes, sir. Difference is what? Yes, the difference is an answer to a subtraction problem. What about those other 2 fancy words? Like in addition, we have addends, 2 numbers that we're putting together to find the sum. But in subtraction, we learned 2 fancy words. And I see you're looking at the anchor chart, but it's not up there because you don't have to know them. Remember, I told you some grown-ups don't know them. But you kind of should know them. One starts with an S and one starts with an M. Nope. Minuend and very good. Minuend is the number that you have. The subtrahend is the number that you're taking from the minuend, right? So if I have 10 minus 5, 10 is the minuend and 5 is the subtrahend, but then 5 is also the answer, which is the difference. Not in subtraction, not a sum. Okay, so let's look at this one. We're going to break apart. We're going to break apart this number by 10. So that means basically place value, like what we did with addition. So let's take a look. We have 43 minus 18. So we're going to break apart our 18 into place value, which is 10 and 8, right? Okay. So if I'm going to, and then we're going to break apart that 8 into a 3 and a 5, but don't worry about that part just yet. Okay? Don't worry about that part just yet. What if I told you the first thing I'm going to do is take away 10? So instead of 43, now I have what? What's 10 less? Think back to when we did our lessons earlier in the year of 10 more, 10 less. Thank you, 33. 33. Now I'm not doing minus 18 anymore. What am I doing? So remember, I took away 10.
Minus 8.
Minus 8. And I'll use different colors next time so it's a little easier. So now I can break apart that 3 and 5 like we did yesterday. So now instead of 33, I am taking away that 3, right? And I have what? Very good. 30 minus 5 is? You got that right. Super easy. Right? So what you just did so fast, so super duper fast, was 43 minus 18. You really did do that fast. Now what I could have done also, if I'm a level 1 right now, I'm going to say 43 minus 18. I'm going to say 43, and I'm going to count back 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can do that, right? Did you see how long it took? I actually ran out of breath counting, didn't I? Make a 10 in your head. 43. Let's count back 10. 33. And then let's count back 8. Or we can count back 3 and then count back 5. So that's minus 10, minus 3, minus 5. Because if we add 5, 3, and 10 together, we get
18.
18. Very good. How do you feel? Show me with your fingers. Be honest. 1, 2, or 3. Remember, 1 is like, whoa, Miss GW, you need to keep going. Totally not ready to do this by myself. 2 is, I think I could do it by myself, but I think I need some help. And 3 is, I'm done. I can teach somebody else. Yep, let me go. In fact, I don't need to sit here and work with you anymore, Miss GW. Thank you for your time. Bye. All right. I like the honesty. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Here we go. So my minuend is
45.
my subtrahend is 14. Write that in your journal. I'll give you a second. And we're back. So we went over the subtrahend, the minuend, and they've already broken it down here for us by place value. So we know 14 is what? 10 and 4. 14 is 10 and 4. If we look at place value, decomposing the numbers, which we've done before. So let's go ahead and say 45 minus 10. 10 less than 45. What is it? 35. So I have a new number, 35. What am I subtracting from 35? 4. Can I do that here? Yes. On the number line, I can say 35 minus 4. Now, the way my brain works, I like easier, friendly numbers. I like 5s. I like 10s. That's what works good for me. So my brain's naturally going to say 35 minus 5 is 30. but 5 is one more than 4, so that means I have to go back up the number line. My brain likes doing that back and forth stuff. Your brain might not. Your brain might like better going back 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we still get the same answer?
Yeah.
Yes. What is the answer? 31. 31. I'm not the neatest writer with the computer, but all right. So how about we do one more? But I only write what you tell me to do. I'll ask the right questions, but I'm only going to put on here what you tell me. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Everybody ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. My minuend is,
46.
don't shout. My subtrahend is,
17.
and the first thing I should do is break apart. Let's break apart the 17. That's a friendly number. 10 and 7. Sounds good to me. 10 and 7. Oh, I should have picked a different color. Let me pick another color so it doesn't get confusing with the other one. Let's do yellow. Hello, yellow. All right, 10 and 7 is 17. Somebody tell me what's the next step. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and cross these off. And 46 is now what?
36.
36. Remember, we're working together. We're not shouting over each other. And now I'm going to subtract. Very good. You're catching on, Stan. 36 minus 7. Don't tell me what it equals. Tell me how I get there. Yes, ma'am. I can count backwards, or I can break this apart further. Look. Oops, I was going to write the 1 there. Let me erase that terrible, terrible looking 6. That's right. All right, so look, I can do it again, right? Can you take 1 away from 30? That's like kindergarten math, right? You know how to count 1 backwards, right?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
28.
Thank you. What? What?
28.
I know what you meant. I already heard somebody say it. Okay, 29. Very good. All right. I'm going to leave this one blank right now, because we are recording our lesson for today. And I know many of you will watch it again tonight like you did yesterday. Hopefully that will help you again with homework. But does that mean, hey, Mom, I need you to help me do my math? More like, hey, Mom, could you put the YouTube on so I can watch the video and I can practice my math by my own self, right? Okay, because whose brain needs to grow?
Your brain.
Yes, we just had a growth mindset lesson today, right? And we have discussed many times, but especially today in that lesson, that the brain is a muscle. And if you don't use it, Yep. So everybody wants big muscles, right? Whether it's in their brain or on their body. Everybody likes to have some kind of muscle. Otherwise, we'd be noodles, right? All right. Okay, so I'm going to have you do this by yourself. You're also going to have to do this page. There's the answers. Let me go back. Don't you freeze on that when you're at home. I know you're going to pause and try to look. Let's take a look at this, though, because this is what's going to be in our Google Classroom. This has an anchor chart. It reminds you how to do doubles plus 1, all of our different strategies, right? I can find 10 to subtract. All of our I cans. Here's another anchor chart for us to be looking at. And you will have 2 videos you can watch. They are both, I believe, on the YouTube channel. But this strategy is going to tell you exactly what we just did, breaking apart. Look, you can see it. 17, 10 and 7, 3 and 4, right? Okay. This is the anchor chart for what we just did. right? And this is what you're going to do right now. So notice I started you this time on what? The word problem page. Yes, so go ahead and open up your math book. I think it says here page 327. So let's go ahead and try page 327, and we're going to work backwards today. 327, then go back to 326. So open up so I can make sure that we are ready for some small group. For anybody who's a level 1 or level 2, I want you to stay with me and we're going to work together. Anyone who's a level 3 now is going to fly. Time to fly. 327. Okay, that's your homework. So I want you to start on page 326. This page right here, this one's 326. This page right here is 327. That's going to be your homework. Yes. Oh, I just didn't see it because my little video screen's blocking it. So you're going to complete pages 325 through 326. Freeze. I want you starting on the word problem page right here. Then you're going to work backwards. Then we'll stop and we will tear out homework for tonight. Everybody understands? All right. All right. Say see you tomorrow.